Hi Flosstube, welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm the Lancashire Stitcher. Today is Monday the 18th of October 2021 and this is Flosstube number 30. If you're new here, welcome. This is a channel mainly about cross stitch, but I do include other crafts sometimes. And if you're returning, welcome back. It's lovely to be chatting with you all again. I've had quite a busy weekend. As you know, I've been on a retreat, so I'll talk about that later on. But yeah, I'm here on a Monday morning filming my video, which is going to completely throw me out this week, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, my next video is going to be on Sunday the 31st of October. I'm working on the Saturday, so yeah, I'll do my video on Halloween morning. I'm thinking I might change to Sunday anyway, but we'll see how it goes over the next few weekends, see what happens. So let's get on with some whips. Well, actually, no, I'm going to start with my finish. Well, yeah, it's a finish. I'm going to call it a finish. And it's Slater Stocking by Shepherd's Bush. I've stitched this for my grandson, my eldest grandson. Started it a while ago, and there we go, that's his name all the way down to the bottom. So yeah, all the buttons and things are sewn on. Now the reason I'm umming and ahhing about it being a finish is because I got the embellishment pack for it, and there was supposed to be 16 of these little buttons for the wheels, and as you can see, I'm missing one. So I'm gonna see if I can get hold of one. And then somebody suggested changing this carriage here, which is smaller than the others, so there's only one, and then putting the other one on there. So I'll see what I can do. But yeah, other than that, it's totally finished. And then I just need to actually make it into a stocking. So yeah, there we go. That's that done. So yeah. Yeah, I didn't give my plans for October in my last video, mainly because I've not got any plans for October. I decided I'm having a stitch what I want type of month. So yeah, I'm just picking things I want to stitch on. So that's that one. And then I've got two new starts this month up to now. The first one is Think Happy Be Happy Raw, which is Bent Creek, and it's one of my letters of the month pieces. So yeah, and then I've done this. That's as much as I've got done. I'm stitching this on 18 count Ada. It's a piece I got in the parcel that a nice lady in Canada sent me last month, and I'm doing it 1/1 using the called for colours. So it's a lovely stitch. So yeah, that's the progress I've done so far. And then my other new start, I only started it at the weekend on my retreat, and I need to be careful because I've got all the threads in the thing. It's my Heirloom Nativity sampler by the Victoria Sampler. So I'm doing this on the called for fabric, which I shall have a look. 28 count smoky pearl cashel linen, and that is what I've got done. So yeah, using all the called for silks. It's a lovely stitch. So yeah, I've done that, and I did that at the weekend on the retreat. So they're my new starts. So whips. The first whip, as always, is My Lady of the Flag, which I did stitch on at the weekend at the retreat. As you can see, I've done most of the flowers in her hand. So, and then I've just carried on with the flag at other times. So yeah, and at the retreat I actually saw a finished one of these. It wasn't framed, it had just been finished, and oh, it was gorgeous. So yeah, it's given me the motivation to carry on with this. But the lady said that it took her a while to do it, but yeah, I can imagine once you get on the dress it's going to be quite tricky. But yeah, I do like stitching on this. That's that one. And the next one is my Temperature Typography by Stitchin Mommy. As I said on the retreat, I don't stitch on this every day at the moment. I hadn't done anything on October at the retreat, so I've caught up with it now. I said I need to go back to doing it every day, because during the short months, April, May, June, July, you only had 1 or 2 rows to do for each day. So it was easy just to leave it till the end of the week and then do the week. But now we're back on the longer months, so September and October, you've got like 4 or 5 rows for each day, and I'm still leaving it a week to do it at least, and it's taking forever to catch up, so I need to get back into doing it every day. Come on. And let's get my board for this one. As I said, I caught up with it on the retreat and then when I got home last night, and that's what we've got done. As you can see, we're back in the colder temperatures. I'm getting the darker greens again in October. But yeah, won't be long until we're in the purples again. So yeah. There we go. This is a grab bag piece of Paul Stitch's fabric. That one. My next one is Mill Hill Believe. This is my Mill Hill Monday piece that I stitch on every Monday, although the past few Mondays haven't had much stitching done. That's what I've got done. I'm still on the background blues. Not got much more to do now. I need to stitch on it today. And then it'll just be beads to finish off up in the sky. And then that'll be finished. So hoping to get it finished. Oh, and I need to do some back stitch as well on the word believe. And some stars in the sky. But yeah, it shouldn't take too long to finish it. I just need a good amount of time to do it, and then it'll be finished. And then my next one is Winter Jumble by The Drawn Thread. I bought this as a kit from the Nimble Thimble quite a while ago, and then just gets pulled out now and again and a bit done on it. There we go. That's what I've got done so far. This is another one that I need to find a button for, because I've lost the button. That there's a button that goes on the end of the snowman's hat, and it's another little button, so I need to get one for that as well. Yeah, I do like this. This is using MPIs, I think, and Dinky Dyes. Yeah, there we go. And then my other whip is another one I stitched on at the weekend, and it's Warmth in Palms Robin by RTO. Took this with me on the retreat, and I did do a little bit. There we go. As you can see, I've got some of the colour in the robin's chest. So hoping to do a bit more on that. And I've got the beak as well. Just needs a bit of back stitch on the beak to make it a bit more beak shape. So yeah, there we go. So there are my whips. So yeah, I also have 2 finishes I need to show you that I haven't got here because they were exchange pieces, and I know the photos aren't the best because I forgot to take proper photos of them before I sent them off. One is an autumn cushion that I made. I'll put the design down on the bottom of the screen because I can't remember offhand and I've not written it down on my notes. It was one I got off Etsy. I stitched that for a friend for her birthday, because I'm in a birthday exchange where you picked a season, and then the people in the exchange stitched you something to do with that season and sent it to you with a card and other bits and pieces. And then my other finish is a Halloween finish. I do know what this one is. It's from the Little Bits of Halloween chart from the drawn thread. Sorry. And I just made it into a little hanging that can be hung on a Halloween tree or whatever. So yeah, and that was just a Halloween exchange, so he sent it with bits to do with Halloween. So yeah, so there are 2 other finishes that I've done in the last month or so. So that's all my whips and finishes and new starts. So let's do the giveaway winner. So the giveaway was Mermaid of the Pearls. This was one of the charts sent to me by the lady in Canada. Hello Fred and Jen again. And I've already stitched this, so I'm giving it away. And the winner of this is Tracy Wright. So congratulations, Tracy. If you send me an email, my email's in the description box below. I'll get it in the post to you. Okay, I am giving doing another giveaway at the end of this video. You can tell I'm tired today. Oh dear me. Right, so the retreat. Right. As people who know me know, I suffer quite badly with anxiety, and so the thought of going away for a weekend with people that I'd never met before, you know, I've chatted to some online on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, but I've never actually met them. It was scary, to be honest. Yeah, I was quite apprehensive about going for the retreat. I was looking forward to it because it was a retreat and I'd be stitching all weekend, or at least that was a theory. But it was still very scary for me. And Gina, who told me about the retreat in the first place, she messaged me and asked if I'd like her to save me a seat on her table with Teresa from Teresa Little Stitches on the Flosstube. And I said, oh yes please, you know, thinking, oh, I've got a seat. So yeah, it was quite scary. But yeah, it was nice knowing I had a seat with someone. Anyway, so on Friday I drove down to Northampton, which is like a 3-hour drive from here. And when I got there, you know, I was quite early, so there weren't so many people in the room. And I walked in the room and I had no idea who anybody was. And this lady just said, oh, hello, Lynn. I'm like, hello. And she said she watched my Flosstube, so hi, Gabriella. And so I was stood talking to her and I saw Teresa from Teresa Little Stitches. And I've never met Teresa before in my life, but I knew of her because of her Flosstube and she knew of me because of my Flosstube. So, and I knew I was going to be sitting with her, so I was like waiting for her to come over because she was talking to someone at the time. Anyway, so she came over and said hi, and then she took me to the table. And luckily I was sat with my back to the main room. As I told them at one point, if I'd been sat facing everyone else, I'd have just had my head down the whole weekend and just got on with things. But I was sat with my back to the room, so I was quite happy with that. As I said, my anxiety can be shocking, really. I can really get bad panic attacks if I read it. Anyway, so a couple of other ladies on the table introduced themselves, and everybody had the stands, you know, like Lowry stands and needle need stands and things like that. And I'd not took mine because I didn't know we'd have room for stands and things. I know for future reference I will be taking it next time. So I was just holding my Q-snap on my hoop and sewing like that, which was quite difficult when you've got used to using a Lowry stand. But yeah, it was nice. And then some other people on the next table were chatting, and I got chatting to those. So hi Lisa and Mel and Fair. So yeah, it was nice having that little group of people to talk to. Hi Gina as well. So yeah, it was really nice having people to talk to. You know, I'm not sure how many people were there who actually watched my videos. I know there were a couple. A few of them said that they do watch my videos, but you know, I didn't go thinking, oh yeah, everybody's going to know who I am, because I don't know, I have no idea. So yeah, but it was nice. So then on the Friday we were stitching and chatting, and you know, it was really nice, and we had dinner, and you know, and then I went to bed quite early on Friday night because I was tired after driving down and everything. And then the Saturday, again, we were sat in the room, but then there was shops were open upstairs. Hawkins Hobbies was there, Sparklies, Denkai Designs, and Marnie's Mixed Bag. So yeah, there was all sorts there, and I'll show you my purchases later. I didn't buy, well, you know, I bought nothing compared to some other people, because you know, I went to Nimble Thimble a few weeks ago. I went to Patchwork Rabbit before that, so I didn't want to go mad again, because you just end up with it all piled in your stash boxes. And yeah, yeah, so I bought a couple of bits, but nothing drastic. And then I'd arranged on the Saturday afternoon to go for a walk with the Ramblers group, which I'll talk a bit later. So I had a few hours out, which was nice, because even though I'd got to know a few people, it was still quite nerve-wracking, if you know what I mean. If you know what it's like to have anxiety, and you know, if you're in a room and it gets loud, and you can, you know, I've kept feeling myself like going a bit quiet and things, but it's just how I deal with things. And you know, it was really nice. It was just yeah, it was nice to have that break as well, away from it, and nobody judged you. You know, people would disappear all the time, going out places, going to the rooms or whatever. You know, people aren't there to judge you. They're not there to criticize you stitching or anything like that. It's just a lovely place to go, where you sit and talk to like-minded people who are stitching. You can look at what they're stitching. I saw some gorgeous things. There was a lot of enabling going on. I now have a new unicorn chart, which is Crystal Christmas by Mirabilia, because I saw a finished version of that, and it was gorgeous. And I know it's an out of print one, which usually is the case with me, but yeah, there was lots of lovely stitching going on. You saw lots of different frames, stands, frames, lots of different tools being used, and it was just great seeing all this and getting ideas. And then Saturday night we had dinner again, and then again I ended up in bed early because I've been on a walk. So yeah, I was just shattered. And then yesterday, you know, I knew I was coming home, but I thought I'm gonna stay till I've had my lunch and then go home after lunch. So again, we sat and chatted for the morning and had lunch, and then I set off home, and I got home 4:45ish, so not too bad. It took me just under 3 hours to get home. So yeah, it was a lovely weekend. I really enjoyed it, and I would love to do it again. Just have to say thanks to Zarina for organising that, because it was really good how it was set up. They did mystery boxes. I didn't do it because I didn't know, you know, I wasn't sure how it was run and things, but now I know for next time. I'll do it next time. And you know, it was just a really nice weekend. And yeah, if you're thinking you'd like to do it but you're worried about it, just do it, because it was so nice. People were so welcoming, and it was just lovely to chat to people who like the same sort of thing. You know, there were people there who just stitch on one piece for the whole, you know, till it's finished, and then there were people like me who just do bits on things and then change. And it was also nice to talk to Teresa about FLOSSTUBE and, you know, the things that we experienced doing FLOSSTUBE. And I also met some new FLOSSTUBERs. Didn't realise they did it. I'm going to shout out Fairy Floss. She's for a northerner like me, but she now lives in London. She does a Flosstube, and also Irish Stitcher, which is Emma Quinn. I'll put links to these two down below. So yeah, it was nice to meet other Flosstubers that I didn't know about before I met them. So yeah, it was lovely. So yeah, but yeah, it was just the hotel was nice. It was comfortable. The rooms were lovely. It was just, the food was nice. It was just a really nice weekend. It was nice to do something different, especially when it was my first retreat. There were a lot of other people who it was their first retreat, and it was just a really nice weekend, and we enjoyed it. So yeah, so if you're thinking about doing it, do it. Just do it. It's brilliant. So yeah, you know, like I said, nobody comes over saying, oh, you stitched that badly, you know. You're just going around looking at other people's, what they're stitching, basically, and getting ideas. So yeah, so I'm going to show you what I bought. As I said, I didn't buy a lot. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this needle minder. It's one of the two special needle minders made by Denkai Designs for the retreat. So I got that. And then I also bought 3 other needle minders from her. This one says, I'm going to succeed because, I can't read it backwards, because I'm crazy enough to think I can. Comes up backwards on my phone screen, so yeah, I can't read backwards. And then I got this one. In the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take. Which I thought was good for the weekend, because believe me, I was thinking I wasn't going. Couldn't face it, and then I did it, and I am so glad I did. And then I also got this one, which is a little one, and it's just a little bird on a bird cage. So yeah, so they're the needle minders. About not that I need any needle minders, believe me, I've got loads, but yeah, I'm always buying more. I also bought, sorry, crinkly wrapper. I bought a piece of Sparkly's fabric. It's called Before the Storm, and it is 32 count linen. I bought this to stitch Aphrodite Mermaid on. I keep wanting to say Andromeda Mermaid, which is a completely different mermaid, but this is for Aphrodite Mermaid. So I bought that fabric. I'm starting Aphrodite in November because there is a SAL going to start. It's a year-long SAL, and it's Mervember. And it's on Facebook. I'll put a link down below if anybody's interested. Gets to stitch one of the Mirabilia mermaids. I also bought some DMC threads, which obviously I'm not going to show, DMC threads. But to go along with the DMC threads, I bought another Q-snap. An 11 by 11 Q-snap. And then another idea I got while I was there is that somebody said I'd get an 8 by 8 Q-snap and then put the 11-inch pieces on with the 8-inch, so you end up with 11 by 8. It's just a nice size, so I'm going to do that. So I need to go and buy an 8 by 8 Q-snap. So yeah, so they're my purchases. That's all I bought. As I said, I've gone with the intention of not buying anything. So the fact I've actually bought something, yeah, that shows, doesn't it? So, so they're my purchases from the retreat. And then I've got one other purchase that I bought. I ordered it a while ago, and then it came just after my last video. And it's Falamingo, which is another one in the hands-on designs Flamingo Christmas set. So yeah, I've got that one. So there are my purchases for the last couple of weeks. So let's do giveaway. So giveaway this month, as I said last month when I was last video, this chart, Ladybird Fairy by Joan Elliott. I do have this chart already. It came as a freebie in a cross stitch magazine, so I know I do have it, so I'm going to give this one away. So if you're interested in winning this chart, if you say the word fairy, F-A-I-R-Y, in your comment, please don't say the word giveaway, please don't say the word win or anything similar. Please be over 18 so you can give me your address, and if you comment before Sunday the 31st, which is when I'm doing my next video, and then I'll draw a winner. So yeah, That's the next giveaway. Right, life update. So walking. I've been doing a lot of walking. I've been walking with my normal Ramblers group, roughly about 20 miles a week. And then, because I was going away this weekend, last Wednesday I walked with a different group. I walked with West Lancashire Ramblers on a nice walk down near Wrightington, which is, I don't think it's too far from Wigan. And that was a nice walk, walking with different people. And then I also arranged to walk with Northampton Ramblers on Saturday afternoon, because I knew I was going to Northampton, and I thought going for a walk would give me a break from being in a room with a lot of people. As I said, I struggle with it. And also keep my walking going as well, and being able to walk somewhere that I had no prior knowledge of whatsoever. You know, I'd never been to Northampton before. I didn't know anything about the area. I didn't want to just go into Northampton and have a look around the town, because towns are pretty much the same these days, apart from some different architecture. That's about it really. The shops are all the same. So last week I messaged the walk leader for the walk and asked if it would be okay if I joined her, saying I'd be in Northampton for the weekend, and she texted me back saying, yeah, that's brilliant. So Saturday afternoon I drove down, like, the hotel where we stayed was on the north of Northampton and the walk was on the south. So it was Castle Ashby the walk started from. So I drove down there. It was a lovely day. I had my boots and all my walking gear, so, and I met up with the people and they were all lovely. They were all asking me about where I'm from and things like that. And we went for this walk, and it was a 6.8 miles walk, which it didn't feel like that. It went really quickly, and I said it's probably because I had no idea where I was. I didn't know what there was there. I was seeing lots of different things. There was thatched cottages. There was some lovely old picture postcard cottages. You know, it was lovely. We walked along a canal, and then plus, like, people were talking to me, asking me about where I normally walk and things. And then it was funny because the lady had said, the walk leader had said, oh yeah, we're going to go up a steep hill. You know, at the beginning of the walk, she said, oh yeah, we're going to go up a steep hill to the church, because we went to this lovely old church. She says, but we'll take it easy, you know. She said it to everybody, not me, not just me, you know. So I'm there thinking, oh, okay, we've got a steep hill coming up, that's fine. So anyway, we're most of the way around the walk, and then she said, we get to the bottom of this footpath, and she said, right, this is the steep hill, so just take your time, you know, there's no rush, just keep walking up the hill, we'll be fine. So I'm there walking up the hill, I'm thinking it's going to get steep in a minute, you know. Next thing, I'm at the church, I'm there thinking, is that it? And this man says to me, so how did you find the hill? I said, well, that wasn't steep. And he says, well, it's as steep as we get here. So yeah, it was funny, but yeah, it was nice. And you know, I said, well, you know, when I think steep hills, I think like steep hills. So yeah, it was funny. But the church was lovely. It was a little old church, and it didn't have electricity. They had candles on all the pews for lights. There was no heating, and it was just a lovely little old church. But yeah, it was just really funny. They thought that was a steep hill, and no. So yeah, it was a lovely walk, and like I said, it gave me a nice break from the stitching. And I went back to the hotel, had a shower, got changed, and then went back to the stitching room and did some more stitching. But yeah, I didn't do anywhere near as much stitching on the retreat as I thought I would. Some people did loads, you know, but because I was talking a lot to people, you know, I didn't do as much as I could have in 2.5 days. So yeah, but yeah, it was a lovely weekend. So yeah, other than that, yeah, I don't think there's much to say. My business has been going okay. The somebody said to me in the retreat, you don't talk about your business on your videos, but as I said, that's not why I'm doing the videos. The videos are about my stitching, not about my business, and I don't want people to think that I'm plugging my business through the video, you know. So yeah, it's not like I'm going to show you all the things I've finished for people, because that's not my stitching. If you want to see things that I've finished, there's my website or my business Instagram. But yeah, it's building up. I've put an advert on to say, if you want Christmas finishing doing, you need to get it in early, because I don't really want people coming to me in the middle of December saying, can you do this for Christmas? Because I'm going to struggle if that's what people do. So yeah, I've put an advert up saying, please request Christmas finishing early, because otherwise, yeah, it won't get done in time. But yeah, the business is doing really well. Yeah, I've had quite a lot of finishing being done in the last few weeks. I think that's about it. So yeah, I've not touched any knitting. I still need to finish my granddaughter's jacket. But yeah. Oh, I'll put a picture up of the always that my daughter did. That's the one finish I will show you, because it was for my daughter. I'll put a picture of the flat fold that I made for her. I know it was a present. She made it as a present for her partner's sister. So yeah. So I will put a picture of that up. But other than that, yeah, I think that is about it. So let me just check my notes. So yeah, I think I've talked about everything. So yeah, so my next video is on Sunday the 31st of October. So have a good 2 weeks. Happy stitching. Hope the weather's better where you are than it is here, because it's pouring down right now. So yeah, enjoy life, have happy stitching, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye for now.